given that all that Trump has worked to accomplish over the past several months, in your eyes, has any of it put the nation closer to a constitutional crisis? And what lines would have to be crossed to consider it a crisis?
That becomes wordplay.
Mm.
It's what is a constitutional crisis depends on how you define constitutional crisis. I see a constitutional crisis in the fact that our federal government is just not working, and it's not working properly. Whether that is all at Trump's doorstep is a matter of opinion. I mean, I really see very, very significant concerns with all three branches of government right now. I think it's impossible to look at where we are right now and think that everything's hunky-dory and everything's working well. It is not. And the level of incivility that is daily assaulting us, the anger and the hostility, and it is an unprecedented time. And whether you believe that policy A is better than policy B is really not what we're doing right now. We have a base of people in what used to be my political party who are simply angry at everything. And I mean, there are so many things that are happening right now in this country that are not necessarily a direct result of the dysfunctions of our government, but are certainly feeding into those dysfunctions. I am very concerned. I just don't think that our government is working right now.
There's a lot of reasons to say to agree to what she just said. I mean, the polarization, all right, is a huge problem. All right, and when you don't have common ground, which traditionally and historically we have had a lot of common ground, sometimes not, like leading up to the Civil War, of course. I mean, there's certainly been those times too. But where we've had both common ground and we've had the willingness of people to work across the aisle on things that they agree with, the common ground being what they agree with, of course. And but right now it's pretty, both sides are saying either yes or no. And when you got to get 60% of the Democrats right now, 60%, or the Republicans if the thing was switched. The Democrats took over the Senate. Either way, it's just very, very difficult for Congress to act. And that's, I regret that. Now, there's other things that are happening. We could point to the rise and justification of political violence, which is just, just terrible development in certain quarters. And of course, Trump's been a victim of those efforts of political violence, but so have some Democrats as well. So it's, we've got to restore common ground is what I would say, and we have to restore limits to our disagreements. Just because somebody disagrees with you on a policy basis, in my opinion, does not mean that person's an evil person. It doesn't have to do with their character, their integrity, their truthfulness, whatever. You can have honest, good faith disagreements on policy, and both sides can be, good people. All right. But, that we also have a problem with that, is just, the only reason somebody disagrees with me is because they're an evil person. So I'm going to treat them that way or call them that. That's a problem. That makes civil discourse really difficult. If you've got to keep fending off, false claims of you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're a authoritarian, and that all has to do with, your motive, your character and all that. And, I mean, people that would truly be racist and fascists or authoritarians, I don't want anything to do with those people. Okay. And I understand why you wouldn't nobody would want, surely, would want anything to do with those people. But to call people that because you disagree with them on policy questions is just taking it to another level that really poisons the political system, and that's another problem. So yes, there are significant problems, but have presidents push the envelope on their authority? As far as I know, from the beginning of time, and meaning when the first ruler of some nation or tribe or clan or whatever arose, yeah, they pushed their authority. And, our founders created a whole series of safeguards, okay, to minimize and prevent that from happening. And I
those
think we should be
safeguards
thankful.
are not operating well.
Well, some aren't, as I just said. I mean,
I know you said that, but
well, I agree. Well, I agree. Well, trying to agree with you by saying that, because I do agree with you and that's why I said that.